Everything's ready. Let's strip off and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing room. Let's now turn on the water and everything will be as it once was. Amara was everything I could have been, but she existed no longer. I should have liked to cancel everything I used to do, and instead, I always did it again. It was my fault, and then she disappeared from my life. There they gave you those injections which made your body and soul tremble violently. A whirlwind of anguish and unsupportable pain. I lived on terror of the next time. They had taken me upstairs into that ward where no one wanted to go. When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They switched off the lights and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and things became more peaceful. Montefoscoli, 20th December, 1941. Dear Director, please let me know how my daughter, your patient Renee T, is doing. I've written to my daughter several times, but without getting any reply. I'm very worried, and since I've been ill for some time and I'm not fit to come and visit her, please do me the favor of letting me know when it will be possible for me to bring my daughter home. Your humble servant, Ada T. Bring this letter to the attention of Dr. C so he can evaluate the possible discharge of the patient. Put a straight jacket on you. They gave you a cold shower. They suffocated you with a sheet. They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, suffocated by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop masturbating. I remember her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there. The whole lot of them. It was then that I saw that doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte. In the solitude of that crowded ward, the past came to harm me once more. He brought it with him. I would never have expected to see him. He had come there to remind me who I was. That's what my mother used to do. That's what I had done. It seems that my life in here is a repetition of what it was out of here. The doll, the fear, the shame. I should have liked to cancel everything I used to do, and instead I did it again. Repeatedly. Montefoscoli, 12th November, 1939. Dear daughter, it is with great sadness that I have heard what has happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me. It will take time, but you'll see. Things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often and tell me if you need anything. I'll do what I can. Try to be strong, Mom. This is the last letter she wrote me. Once I was put into this ward, loneliness arrived. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mum. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come? Did I make a mistake? It didn't look like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I should like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things. Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply? When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day. Too many, however, never left. Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. It frightens me so much. You were right. I know I was wrong. I realize I'm so ashamed. If you only knew how much. But now I'll behave well. Sure, now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee. This letter. It was Renee's letter, just like when it was written, but it was never sent. Why? Why did a thing like that happen? I've received your letter, Mum. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only have fear and pain, and you no longer write to me. If only these lines could be my soul and tell you what's happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way, and they tell me what I must do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee. Montefoscoli, 7th July, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You haven't even dropped me a line for months. Unfortunately, I can't afford to come and visit you. I've no money for the fare. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be coming to Volterra on business. I've asked him if would be kind enough to ask the director to have news about you. I hope when he comes back he'll be able to give me good news. But write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to excuse me. I didn't realize. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, daughter. Things will be fine. You'll see. Mum. Montefoscoli, 12th October, 1940. Dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. I await a letter anxiously every day. Mr. Onofrio has come back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he didn't manage to speak to the director, but he did see you. I pray for you every day. Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. That was lovely, wasn't it? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm going to bring you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. At the moment I'm not well and can't work, but I'll soon get better. You'll see as soon as I'm up to making the journey, I'll come and get you. I know you're suffering a lot, but bear up, I beg you. Mum will come to pick us up, won't she? Mum is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. She also sent us the doll. I could have played with it and talked to it, waiting for her to come. But Renee never brought it with her. Perhaps she has been kidnapped like all the others and will be locked up here somewhere. Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window. See, Mum was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her. Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. She will always remain where we abandoned her, beneath the hot lights. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Charlotte was on the way. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Even though we're bad. Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. Charlotte gone away. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
September 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all the other filth. Crazed, she hears voices. They order her about. She says she heard children singing. They were imprisoned in a school. 20th January 1939. Mutistic, groggy, pays no attention to anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. 1st June. Apathetic, eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Doesn't respond. Passes her time in the park. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. 14 October. Impulsive once again. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabaione, but the moment she was given them, she threw them away. Excited, uproarious, slightly confused, she strips off. 8th December. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words, laughs hysterically, masturbates. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They report that when they took her away, she swore at them and then hit out at them and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. Since then, they've kept her tied to the bed. Transferred to the semi-agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C.
I was with Amara in the showers. My memories terrify me. They're not real, are they?
15th December. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. A fickle and flighty character, she abandons her household duties at intervals and dabbles in occasional prostitution.
Prostitution? Me? No, I don't think I could have. Or are my memories betraying me? What other horrible things might I have done without even suspecting it? The uncertainty, the fear of my own actions was one of the things that most tormented me.
Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and vociferous. Treated with cortisol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks.
The therapies remove the light for a short while, but also all will, desire, and hope.
June. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swore and cursed those who generated her, flailing her arms and hitting out. The patient, according to reports by Dr. B, has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital park. As detailed in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy.
That's how the reality is hidden. It's all carefully planned.
June 13th. The nurses report that after having received her mother's letter, she fell into a state of great mental confusion. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and she punched a nurse. Impulsive, lashes about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence so as not to give the patient further reasons to become agitated. 20th August, tied to bed. The nurses report the patient becomes highly agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. Even 2 days later, she still shouts ceaselessly that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. No contact with the exterior. In that way, no one knew what was happening within these walls. March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer.
Amara invented by me? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left traces somewhere.
Amara B., age 32, housewife, mother of 2 daughters, married to Mario B. So Amara exists then, yet she had no children. She wasn't married, but that photo, it's her. 3rd June 1936. Admitted yesterday. She shows signs of improvement. 10th June. Jolly, calm, tranquil. She behaves well, keeps herself tidy and clean. Discharged 8th June. 28th April 1937. Arrives, brought by her husband, in an anxious and nervous state. Has difficulty speaking, trembles. Discharged 14th May. 8th March 1938. A few days before Renee was admitted, she told me that she had also been admitted shortly before. Arrived yesterday in a febrile state. Discharged 14th March. She didn't leave. Certainly not after so few days, no. June 22nd, 1939. Readmitted. Once more the patient shows rapid improvement. Discharged 2nd July. 1st August, 1941. Umpteenth admission due to agitation. Discharged 27th August. She came and went, stayed there only for short periods, but I remember her always with me. What's happening? 4th March 1942. Here once more, the same situation. 8th March. Compared with previous admissions, the patient seems depressed even after a few days, although she bears herself well and is attentive. Discharged 25th March. 2nd April. The patient is distracted and apathetic. Her husband brought her because she doesn't eat, doctor, sleeps all the time. I'm so worried, doctor. You know her. You can help her. 6th April. Tuberculosis. Patient transferred to Marigliano Pavilion in isolation. 3rd May 1942. Death due to tuberculosis. About 8:30. Is Amara dead? Poor dear friend, I wasn't even able to say goodbye to you. Enclosed is a manuscript written by the patient, probably delirium. I'm dying, I know it. I'm losing lots of blood, also internally. It's strange, since I came back in here I can't think of anything other than that little girl with her sad eyes, her desperation. I only saw her for a short time, true, but she remains in my heart. Will she still be here? I hope to God not. I hope she's better and her mother's taken her home. My memories don't correspond. What's the point of this? Perhaps my memory is deceiving me. The things are not as I remember, as I see them. But she said she liked me. Really, I can't understand it. I just want to say goodbye to her for the last time. I never even said goodbye to her. How could a soul survive in this hell? I wish to feel things again. Pain, passion. Once again feel the tears wetting my face. Remember to have lived.